Hey, this is Tony Soprano, and you're listening to Jersey Boyz Podcast with your hosts, Dave Sturchio and the Ernst boys. I mean, I could give a shit about the Cowboys. We're in New Jersey. These guys got balls being Cowboys fans in Jersey. Anyways, enjoy. Well, whatever.
How about this, Cowboys?
Cowboys Nation, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're listening to this hot garbage of a podcast, because we have a shitty football team. It is Dave Sturchio, it is nationally known comedian Bret Ernst, and of course the Grinch, the most accurate predictor of all time, the Grinch, America's fan, Keith
He's
Ernst.
Annoying.
Keith, how we doing, bro? I mean, look, the Cowboys get embarrassed in Carolina. I don't care how the score doesn't dictate how bad we played. It's showing our ass is what it's doing. It's showing that we do have a higher powered offense, and it looks like it's going to be led by Dak the entire time, no matter who's in there. George Pickens is an incredible wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 on this team. Whichever way you want to put him on the depth chart, he's probably better performing than what I've seen in recent years. But that don't matter because we got no defense, Keith. So off the rip, how are you feeling about this team? It is Tuesday, October the 14th, and Eberflus still has a job, so that's not going to change. So what's going to change about this team, Keith?
So I looked up Eberflus, his defenses.
Yeah, how great were they?
Here's the thing. I didn't even know, because I just automatically assumed, since he was a defensive coordinator before he was a head coach, that you would think he dominated like Quinn or Zimmer did, to get, or Wade Phillips, to get a job as a head coach based on a defensive coordinator. I don't think he ever had a top 10 defense, which I found strange. I mean, his best year was 2018 with the Colts when he was defensive coordinator, and he actually shut us out that game. Mm-hmm. He shut us out that season. I don't remember, it was like 22-0 or something.
Something weird, yeah.
Yeah. But I meant, so I don't know if I have never seen it so bad before like this. Like let me rephrase that. I have seen it this bad. Like last year against the Saints, it was awful. It was, but not consistent. Like
consistently
this is
awful.
Yeah, this is consistently awful. Even last week, which I pointed out with the Jets game, the Jets were shooting themselves in the foot, and Justin Fields was just overthrowing people. That game could have been ugly too. So I meant not ugly, but close.
The Jets are pretty bad. So
they are, yeah. And we just saw how bad they. But that's my point, though. I mean, they even watching them last week. There's one with Justin Fields. There's a shot of Justin Fields backing up. There's like 4 receivers coming across. He's just holding on to the ball, and he gets hit right after. Right. So I meant they're just not a very good team. They base our defense off of that, but consistently bad. I have not seen this defense consistently bad. Maybe no one's defense in 2020, but that was
I brought that up on Twitter. I said I don't think I've seen a defense this bad, and I've watched the 2020 Cowboys. So I compared it to it, but I think it's worse. Bret, I put a poll on Twitter just to see the pulse of the people, and about 100 people responded within like 5 minutes. And I said, is it Eberflus or is it the talent on the team? 52%, which is very close to being half dead even. 52% of the people came back and said this is a Flus problem. What do you think it is as you're watching this game unravel and not being able to stop anything?
You should have switched questions. You should ask Keith this question because I actually got the other one.
All right. Well,
let me give you my opinion on the defense and then give him this question because he brought this point up.
Sure.
I know his answer. I'm going to echo it, but I'll just let him give it. This is the worst Cowboys defense I've ever seen, ever. Now, we said last week, right out the gate, we knew it was the Jets, okay? But there was a little bit of hope in the way the defense was communicating. We were seeing some good things, and all I was hoping for was improvement on that this week. Just the opposite. I mean, I have never seen receivers so fucking open like that. I mean, dude, we are 32nd in total defense in the league, 32nd in passing. I mean, 269 yards teams are passing against us, 15 fucking touchdowns.
And look at the quarterback. And look at the quarterbacks doing it, which is even worse.
It's crazy. Rushing, we're 29th. The worst is in third downs. We're 53.2%. The teams have a conversion. We can't stop anything.
Can't get off the field either. Yep.
And I have my theories on it, but it is hands down the worst Cowboys defense. Even the year when Keith talked about the Saints, the week before that, we had a glimpse. We were getting turnovers and scoring. You're like, okay, we had a bad game. Consistently, Carolina put up 410 yards. They beat us in yards and time of possession. That's insane. And they were scoring quick, and they still beat us in time of possession. But it's just a shitty defense, and it's a tale of two cities. I mean, as good as our offense is and as great as Dak is playing, it just seems the Cowboys can never get on the same fucking page with the offense and the defense. But the defense is trash. So give Keith this question because he's been saying this forever.
Keith? Yeah, all right, Keith. So who is it? Is it a Flus problem or a personnel problem?
I pushed how dumb the players were, and and how they're always out of position and all those kind of things. And I texted you what Rex Ryan said, who echoed what I said, but he called them Doomsday defense because of them not knowing where to be schematically or anything. They're just all over the place. But I've since kind of changed my opinion a little bit.
Okay.
And when I say that is, I can't, and I know now I'm like a conspiracy theorist, right?
Tinfoil hat is on. Go ahead.
All right. I talk about this all the time, like how tight locker rooms are in the NFL. Super tight. I mean, you're talking about we're not the alpha males that don't fucking gossip. They're not a bunch of chicks in there. They're just it is tight lip.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There might be, because I don't think a defense would play this bad, because not only are they playing bad, they don't even look upset afterwards sometimes. It's like Damian Wilson gets beat, and he just trots off the field last week. Donovan, sorry. So I meant, it's like it's almost
Damian Wilson went on to win a Super Bowl without us, but go ahead.
Yeah. But I meant with the Chiefs, right?
Chiefs, right, yeah.
But I meant, my whole thing is like, do they not like this guy? Like, is there something there where maybe they just don't want to fucking play for him?
Well,
hold on, let me finish, Sturch. Because the thing that bothers me too is, which is a bitch made move, by the way. If they are doing that, I'm not in favor of that either. But I don't know what the mentality is. I don't know what they're saying. I know how they want to play man so bad. And I heard somebody come out, I think it was Nick Eatman actually going, well, we need to just go man because they're not good at zone. And I'm like, wait, these fucking corners are getting paid $20-something million a season. What do you mean they're not good at zone? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I mean, he has a point to play to a player's strengths. Right? If somebody likes
but
playing
they shouldn't
man,
be getting $25 million if you're just a good man corner.
Listen, we're not bankers or the GMs, and we can't control
who's getting paid
what. But yeah, I get your point. But
that's what I'm saying. But yeah, fine, go do whatever we got to do to win. But what I'm saying is that if Trayvon is coming out, and he even said it, that I'm a better man guy, kind of, didn't he? He said something like that.
Said it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, I'm better man than zone. I'm not really good at. It's like he didn't say he wasn't good at zone, but he's indicating that he's a better at man. It's like, motherfucker, no. That's not what corners are in the NFL. It's just not.
Well, so you guys both know you played defense, right? You guys both know that man is easier to play if the skill set itself would be, all right, there's your guy, go cover him, right? That's man coverage, right? You got to lock onto your man.
I get what you're saying.
Zone
yeah,
makes you think. It makes you have to know where you're at. You said it. The Doomsday defense, as Rex Ryan to say, these guys are clearly, it doesn't matter how dumbed down this defense gets, because they've dumbed it down according to Eberflus and according to the guys. You got one word checks now and one word this and one word that. And like, if that's too difficult for this defense, then there's something terribly wrong with the education of the defensive players, right? It's one thing to say, like, Deron Bland set a record for most pick sixes in a season, right? Guess what? 9 times out of 10, he was playing man on those things.
All right, but
Trayvon Diggs has also excelled in a Dan Quinn defense.
We've seen them match up man this year so far, and they've both been getting beat too.
That's a fair point as well.
So
There
I
was
mean,
one
I don't
play
fuck it now.
that Greg Olson called that there was like 3rd and 9 or something, and he was noticing how Trayvon was giving him a cushion.
Well, that was the game breaker. That was Bland, and that was his zone call.
No. There was another one. There was another one where I don't know. I mean, I think it's now a combination of both. I mean, because like Keith brought up about Eberflus has never had a good. I don't know why Jones is even. I don't even know the hiring, the thought process, but behind the firing and the hiring. Because look what Dan Quinn did the next year. He goes to the goddamn Redskins. They go to the NFC Championship game. So it's got to be something internal. I know you're just saying it's a conspiracy. I don't think players are tanking. I mean, they can't afford to. It's a week-to-week league. I mean, they want the check. They want to make.
He didn't say tanking per se. He's just basically saying like if you.
I know what he meant.
But it's like a middle school mentality. Like here are the rules to the game, and if you don't like the rules, don't play. He's like, well, then I'm not playing.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
And a lot of them have already gotten paid.
Yeah, but I don't think they're doing that. I just think it just looks like nobody knows what they're doing. And I was watching Sam Williams on a couple play where he took himself out of position. He was losing containment, just going out of, it just seems like a lot.
It's funny you said that, bro. Hey, bro, do you know how many plays I think Sam Williams played? He played. I read it, and this is a complaint they had too. Not them, but the media, the Dallas media. He played like 30-something snaps, I thought, over James Washington, who only played like 11.
James Houston,
sorry.
Yeah.
I keep bringing up old Cowboys.
I know, right? We're just stuck where the glory days were.
But yeah, James Houston. I mean, James Houston's been dominating. Why isn't he in there more then? Like shit like that.
It just looks like a bunch of people running around, not knowing what's going on. I mean, and it's not. It's just consistently getting beat. I mean, now I could see if look. These are superior athletes. You're going to get beat. I mean, you're not going to win every down. I mean, these guys are pros, but being out of position. I mean, the 3 plays in a row, the receiver was just wide open. There was no over the top help. I don't even know what coverage they were in.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell.
You know what, Brett? I don't think they know what coverage they were in. So.
I'm saying I have never seen this, and I don't know what. We don't know. We're not on the team. We're not in films. We're not in meetings. We're not in the locker room. We're not superior athletes.
They must be sleeping in these fucking meetings.
I'll tell you right. But before this weekend, which is even more astonishing, right? Is Bryce Young was literally the worst rated quarterback in the NFL, even behind field, even under Fields.
Really?
Yes, he was.
Even with all these comeback wins that he had?
Out of the starting quarterbacks, he was the worst rated quarterback in the NFL. Not only that, he threw
not
touchdowns against us.
Yeah,
only that, I mean, bro, we've given up, I don't know how many, I forgot the number of plus 50-yard pass plays. And it's the person second to us isn't even close.
Well, see, you guys both, or
by the way,
specifically you,
Bryce, he had a 114.8 quarterback rating.
so fucking perfect, right? Literally perfect
against us.
I know. Keith, you always harp on that Saints game, right? Last year, how we got ran out of town, ran out of our own stadium, and then the Saints wound up being like dog shit, which is even more maddening. It's the same way I feel about Russell Wilson right now. Russell Wilson lights our secondary up like the 4th of July, and the guy gets benched for a rookie the following week, and we may never see Russell Wilson again.
Well, did you see the footage of him going back in the game and Stable going nuts to get Dart back in?
I saw the what's that? What's the fucking Varsity Blues, where he's like, can he play? Yeah, well, he's got multiple wounds. No, can he play?
Yeah.
Jackson Dart's bell was rung. He couldn't see straight. And he's like, get his fucking ass back in the fucking game. Because Russell Wilson spikes one into the earth. It's like 3rd and 9. He throws one 4 yards into the dirt. And it's like, what the fuck is that? But it's getting alarming.
Crazy, like I said, I was just hoping for something to see us improve a little, to give us hope. And now, of course, all the teams that needed to lose lost this weekend.
Sure.
Right. I mean, mathematically, again, other than the division winners of the Packers and the Bucks, everybody has 2 or 3 losses.
Yeah, you should have seen that's a tweet that got well received last night when the Bears finished off the Commanders. I said, believe it or not, guys, the 2-3-1 Cowboys are half a game behind the Redskins right now. And people are like, who gives a fuck?
Well, I called you last night. You didn't see my call. I called your text because you were like, you texted. I was like, on that you put.
I don't remember, dude.
I know, but this is the best part. It's not that you said you put. Where'd you put? You put.
I don't know.
Half game behind them now. Now it's not half game behind them now. It's half game behind M, like EM now. Like, we're coming. I'm you. Where the fuck are we going, bro?
Now, here's the thing, though. This is the crazy part. Dallas has the talent.
Do they?
Yeah, I think we do.
Where? Besides offense, on defense,
well,
do they have the talent?
We've seen what Diggs can do. We've seen what Blaine can do. We have the talent, but we're just not meshing.
I'm just not seeing it.
I'm with Sturch on this one, bro.
I'm just not seeing it, Brett. I mean, look, man, we know, like I just mentioned before, DeRon Bland setting records. Trayvon Diggs was a shutdown, lockdown corner a couple years back. Maybe, just maybe, that this system, or maybe they just lack.
Well, that's what they
both got injured too. Let's not forget.
Right. So they both got in. They both got
maybe
nasty
something
injuries
dropped since they've gotten injured. I don't know. But bro, hey, did you see that play, Sturch, where I couldn't fucking believe it? And I meant where it was a run play with Rico Dowdle. I believe it was Dowdle or someone else, whoever it was.
Which 7-yard game was that?
But no, where the Diggs comes up and he follows the receiver instead of coming up and hitting. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about because I looked at my father and I'm like, "What the fuck is Diggs doing?"
Because he tried to make it like, "Oh, I didn't see the running back." Like, bitch, you saw him. You just didn't want to tackle him.
Dude, I've seen that way too many. I've said
but it was so apparent in this one play. I'm going to find it in the condensed version.
Oh, 100%.
I'll upload it to you guys.
And you know what? The people got to stop making excuses for guys like Trayvon Diggs. Like, yeah, man. Listen. Is he the same player he was a couple years ago? Absolutely not, right? But now you're seeing it in living color. You are literally watching him in real time get lost. Like he gets lost.
But he wasn't. I'm talking about this one play where
I know exactly the play you're talking about.
He was scared, and if he came up and made that hit, that's a 2-yard loss.
Right. But
he purposely. It was almost like the running back was the quarterback, bro. And like he could have threw it to the receiver or whatever it was wrong. It was so bad. It was so bad. It's so noticeable.
We need to get Stephon Gilmore. We need to get somebody else. We got to pick somebody up.
It's like somebody. It's like like somebody with a demon in them. It's just like there's no fix for this because that's what. So Jerry Jones storms off. Right. We don't get any words from Jerry Jones after the game. Thank God. Right. But typically, a lot of people call me out like, "Oh, he doesn't do road games." I'm like, "Yeah, well, he talked against the Jets. Shut the fuck up." You know what I mean? Yeah. So I know he talks on road games. But I will say that he keeps harping on this. We're getting healthier. We're getting guys back. I don't know. Like we're talking about Revel, who's never seen an NFL snap before. He's another cornerback. They're like,
and he's injured, and he's got it. And we don't know what.
Right. So he's coming off injury, and I've seen this a lot. Jesse Holley actually echoed it, saying like maybe we just tell Overshawn, hey man, let's just take the year off, like red shirt this shit, and get back 1,000% healthy for next year. Listen, if they rip off a couple wins in a row somehow, then you're going to say, okay, let's get the reinforcements back. You never know. But if they go out there and lose to Washington, and then they got Denver after that, and then they got shitty ass Arizona after that. So it's like all these teams that are coming in, if we lose these games, what is the actual point in rushing back some of the premier guys that we might have on this roster, like a DeMario and Overshawn? Like, I don't think there's a point to it.
I would agree with that too. Just get some young guys in there, let them get experience.
Because if you're harping on this Green Bay first pick, guess what? That's going to be in the late 20s, early 30s. So you might want to make sure that if you're going to trade any first round pick at any point, trade theirs because ours is going to be pretty goddamn good if we keep this shit up.
Here's my point too. It's like, just backing off of the defensive players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I would be okay now, and I said this before. I would be completely okay with them getting rid of a Barfilus. I would. Well, I like saying barf because
But here's the thing: when's the last time? I mean, how hard has it been for this Cowboys team to make a midseason?
Just since Wade Phillips, we know that. But
right.
my whole point is that whatever, it can still happen. And I think that's our only way to salvage the season right now, because something is wrong with the way this guy now. I don't know. I mean, something's wrong. Something's going on that I can't put my finger on.
Can you remember off the top of your head how good the defense was in 2018?
Our defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that's when we lost to the Rams, right? In the playoffs that year?
Correct. Which we got ran out of
we
LA,
beat the
right?
Saints, but we beat the undefeated Saints by defense. I remember that.
So here's my theory on that one, and this is what Dak Prescott said in post. They're asking him about, is this a lost season if with a big loss like this? He's like, it's way too early. He goes, I remember being on a team that was 3-5 and we made the playoffs, right? So like he's referring to that 2018 team, and I remember that run specifically. I was like, man, they're
because Amari Cooper came on, right?
Amari Cooper was traded for that year, so it did take a splash trade to get the offense going, and all of a sudden we were competitive. I don't know if there's a splash trade in the works. Jerry Jones has said there's not. As far as the defense, because we talk about guys like Alvin Kamara and shit, and it would be good to have a guy behind Javonte Williams who was also limited to like 30 yards the other day. You know what I mean? So it's like, what happened?
That wasn't his fault, bro. They were stacking.
Well, that defensive front is amazing.
We haven't talked about the offense. Dak did such a good job because they were like beat us to Dak pretty much, and
basically,
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, had they not let him, like, what I say in the middle of the game, I said, whoever has ball last wins. And Carolina had the ball last and won.
Dak had a 73.5% completion rate and 124.8 passer rate.
So the only complaint I have,
he's wasting, we're wasting him.
The only complaint I have on the offense, and I know this sounds crazy, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We got a 3-and-out finally in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It went back to us. By no means is this game the offense's fault. Not at all. But it kind of is. Because when I say that is,
I know.
We went 3-and-out and gave it right back to them, and then they had the 7-minute drive to kick a field goal. Now,
Keith, do you remember the plays that they ran on that?
They were awful. That was another, we had -8 yards in 3 downs. So I meant that little drive, that one fucking drive, like I said, it's not the offense's fault, but I think Dak knows this too. They could not give the ball right back to Carolina and have them. Bro, they put a 7-minute drive together to kick a field goal. 7 fucking minutes. All right, now let's talk about that last drive. Remember, it was 3rd and 3, and Elam got a pass interference, which was suspect.
Sure, yes.
It was suspect, but we got one earlier, too, that was suspect. That led to a drive, so it's fine. But then they had 4th and 3, and they went for it, Carolina. That's the one you were talking about, Sturch and Bret, where Olsen was like, why is he back 10 yards?
That was the wrong
3 yards, and it was an easy slant for the first down. Bro, if they would have pressed, you got the least accurate quarterback in the NFL. You're going to make him throw in a window. You're giving him all this fucking space for 4th and 3.
And that right there, I would really like, and I don't know if we're ever going to get the real answer because nobody's going to throw anybody under the bus, but is that Eberflus calling zone? Say, give him pat, or is that, hey, you got it? Listen, I know we're running zone, but you got to be like 5 yards instead of 8.
According to Eatman, I think I read the article that is their defense.
See, that's unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
That's
I know. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't fucking know, man.
Who would we get? Who could we get mid-season to be a defensive coordinator at this
No,
time?
you don't. You go internal. You would go either secondary coach, linebacker coach, somebody like that.
You see my text? So out of all the defensive coaches, most of them came with whatever.
Guy doesn't even deserve
the Cowboys from the Bears. The only one is this one dude who's a defensive line coach.
Do it. Oh, he's got intensity out the ass, bro.
What's that?
He's got intensity out the ass.
Yeah, he's 12 years. He has experience 12 years. That's the only guy I can see. Because what are you going to do? You're going to hire the guys under him who's going to run the same fucking defense?
It's like firing you and telling Bret to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. We have to sit. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't. So I don't know. That would be, but then you have to find all those other positions. So
well, listen, Jerry Jones dropped the age-old foxhole line today. He's like, "That's the coach I want in the foxhole with me." He's talking about Eberflus, so he ain't going nowhere. So now it's a matter of, do we have the talent? Which he swears to Christ we do. Brian Schottenheimer, same thing. He's doing, and this was the first press conference. And you know me, I'm a Shotty guy already, right? I've drank the Kool-Aid for Shotty. This is the first press conference where I said, "You fucking puppet." Like, you literally said the same kind of shit that a Garrett would say, that a Wade Phillips would say, that a fucking Chan Gailey would say. When it comes to real hard questions, he's like, love Flus, great coach, great. He knows the game.
I don't have a problem with that.
I do, because I'm not saying,
I don't
listen,
either.
Schottenheimer's
What
not
do you
going to
want
come
him
out.
to say?
Well,
No,
exactly.
you're just doing
I'm
that.
well
He may
aware
not-
Schottenheimer's not
But
going to come out.
Sturch, like there are going to be change. He kind of hinted a little bit.
He said that we have the personnel, they're just not in the right spot. AKA,
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
that's your fucking zone
I know,
defense
but there
that
you
he
go
was
there.
saying.
But that's actually a good instead of saying, I mean, you can't come out and
No,
bash.
I understand that. I get
You
it.
just
I get
can't,
it.
man.
I know, because
You
that'll
know
ruin
what
the
else I
whole
noticed,
fucking team.
too? We don't have any like blitz packages. Like
Boom. All right. I was definitely going to touch on that, because once again, and I always refer back to whatever Jerry says, because he swears to Christ that everything he says is gospel. He keeps going back to the Micah Parsons trade, obviously, because the guy will not shut the hell up about it, right? He's going to say, like, defensive pass rush is our deepest position. We have so many good players that can rush the passer, and this is the depth that we had, because you need all that explosive blows and all this other shit. The Cowboys have not, except for the Jet game, which, again, now looks like an anomaly. They can't get home with 4. I don't care who the fuck they're lining up at defensive end or defensive tackle. They can't get home with 4. So if you want to start doing some blitz packages, now we're talking. Because if you can't send guys like Maurice out there or K9 or fucking or even when whoever, doesn't matter who it is, right? It could be the new Shamar James, right? You're not sending anybody. So every time Bryce Young dropped back the pass on Sunday, it was the cleanest of all pockets. And every time there was we were about a fraction of an inch away from the guy, he got rid of the ball, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, we can't get home with 4, Bret. And that is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, why don't we send? If we can't cover him anyway, you might as well send the house.
I would start playing more. I mean, Izaraku's been playing great. I think he's been doing okay.
He's playing better. Had a little bit of a shittier game, but
I want to see Houston in there more. Keep Leafu in there. Just get these guys that are flying around. And yeah, we're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to change our base defense, man. I mean, this zone shit ain't working.
No.
411 yards offenses average in 6 games against us. That's fucking insane.
So the one thing I would change
1
is
touchdowns.
Yeah, bro. Well, the one thing I would change, the biggest change I'd make right now is Trayvon Diggs only in on 3rd and longs.
Or only in man coverage or something.
No, 3rd and longs, because he can't fucking come up and tackle a running back. I don't want him. I don't want him in there if it's 2nd and 3 or 3rd and 5. I mean, he is not that player to come up.
No, what you're saying is he's a timid cornerback when it comes to coming up and playing the run.
Yeah, he's avoiding it. And it's, I mean, look, if he's hurt, take yourself out, man.
Yeah, he might be tender too, man. Who knows?
And
But we
again,
have no depth.
these are well, that's the thing, and we got to stop making excuses for these guys that they claim are the guys that they need. All coaches have gone on record saying, we have the personnel, we have the players. No, the fuck you don't. You don't. You're not even close to having the players in the secondary anymore. And look, I understand certain guys will provide a spark. When you got James in there making 15 tackles, people are like, "Ooh, that's nice." Guess what? Next game comes out, does nothing, nada, right? And then you get Wanye Thomas in there for Malik Hooker, a little bit of a spark, a little youth, a little bit more speed. He doesn't do shit. So it's like you're looking at these guys and you're like, you're getting excited, or I'm getting excited as a fan, or the fan base in general gets excited about these new, fresh faces. Like you guys always harp on, bring in the young guys. Let's see what they got. Let's see what we got behind, defensive tackle number 3 and 4, and defensive end number 6, and fucking cornerback number 4, right? All these guys that we think we should see, rightfully so, because the rest of the guys aren't doing shit. But like when you bring in these young, hungry guys, they're getting worked too. So we don't have the personnel. But I want to say, I'll say this on record. To me, if you have guys that have literally been vocal, and I'm talking about Trayvon Diggs, I'm talking about Bland, I'm talking about the fact that these guys excelled in a Dan Quinn man system. And I'm not talking about the last game against Green Bay when we got fucking worked, right?
But that wasn't man either. Didn't he go zone in that game?
He went zone, which is like, oh, why is he doing that, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at this team and I'm like, if these guys are literally being vocal with you and saying like, I think I'm a little bit better at man, then you have to play to their strengths. I don't give a shit.
Sturchie,
you can't be ignorant.
But here's the problem with man coverage is if you don't have a pass rush, we're getting beat anyways.
Correct. No, correct. I get it. But when you do man, Bret, you have the ability to send that 5th guy sometimes because you have the safeties behind you and they can come up and play.
I mean, again, you gotta be getting to the quarterback. You can't. Man is. I mean, zone isn't working, so why not?
Clearly, right. Well, what's the worst that can happen if we just
get Leafieu in there, who loves to? He's a ball hawk. He's around the ball all the time. Throw him in as a rusher. I mean, who knows?
To be honest with you guys, segueing, look, the game's over. We lost to the Panthers. Rico Dowdle had his revenge game. I thought he was going to have a DeMarco Murray game, and he ran DeMarco Murray out of town about literally 100 times, 100 times over what DeMarco Murray did.
Well, you know what's funny you said that?
6 yards a carry, 186 yards, and he had 56 yards receiving.
Just so you know, and I saw the stat yesterday or this morning.
And
the Cowboys are official. Yeah, well, we didn't. We left our seatbelts way off. I will say this, and I saw this stat today. The Cowboys are giving up 6 yards a carry for the season. Not just Rico. Now that's the average. We've given up 6 yards a carry, meaning every second down is second 4 or less. Like, these are things that's the kind of shit you got to adjust. If you bring that down to 4, if you bring that average down to 4 yards a carry, you're in better third down situations going forward, and maybe you can get the fuck off the field. But right now you can't. There's nothing working for this defense right now.
There was one play. I don't know if it was Solomon Thomas. I forgot who, but I mean, somebody just got blown.
We're getting blown off the line every time.
Ball, man. I mean, there's not even a stalemate. It's just back on skates.
And we healthy scratch Mozzie again. And I understand, like, if that experiment is over and you realize he can't play, get fucking rid of him, right? Swallow your goddamn pride and get rid of these first round picks that are busts. You've completely flubbed that pick. Get rid of them. Move on, right? It's okay, right? Again, these guys, these Jones boys are so full of pride and stupidity and ignorance that they don't understand when they have a wrong move. They made the move the other couple years ago with fucking boss man fat. Remember Kelvin Joseph? We realized he was a second-round pick and he sucked. They let him go, and that was the end of it. Nobody ever heard of him again. I don't even know if he's in the fucking league anymore or if he's rapping. I have no idea. But what I will say is they've done it before. And if you want to salvage the season, if you want to give any hope for these Cowboys fans out here like us, like everybody else, you got to make a move right now. And even if that move is saying, hey, we're going man with the personnel we have. And if we want to go man against the Redskins coming up and Jaden Daniels picks us apart in man coverage, then you have a personnel problem.
I want to bring up Taco Charlton. We did it with too. Which was a first-round pick and Michigan player. So
yeah, well, it just seems like they have a hard time separating themselves from. Ooh, we missed this one. You know, like I think it's a big thing for the Cowboys that they're. I mean, think about it, guys. We always hold on to all these fucking draft picks like as if they're gonna be something. You know, you're getting.
Look at one we got rid of, which is fucking garbage because he's playing great. Is Malik Collins
again? So
he's on the Browns defensive line. He's one of their bright spots.
Oh, absolutely. And I know I'm friends now with Sam Kamara on the defensive line over there. He loves the guy. Do
you think it is? I mean, it could be the Joneses as far as like play talent assessment. Maybe they're
them and Will McClay. Will McClay.
You know, they're not assessing correctly.
Keith, and Bret, you're very right and very accurate on that about Keith. And I said this on Twitter the other day. I got met with a lot of backlash, right? But like, I'm thinking, like, in the last 5 years, let's just go back 5 years. And I don't know these off the top of your head, but what you're thinking is you hit on Micah, right? You hit a slam dunk on CeeDee Lamb when he fell to you at 17, right? There are draft picks that were like, you know what? Damn, good fucking pick. You know what I mean? Like, but there's only a few. Right.
Well, I would say, okay, maybe we could do this. Maybe his weak spot is defensive line because we have not I don't know the last awesome defensive lineman we've ever drafted. We've drafted a good offensive lineman.
DeMarcus Ware.
But he was but he's also a Micah.
Okay, so he was like an edge hybrid
type guy. Like a Leon Lett type, you know.
We drafted Jay Ratliff back in he was good.
He was good, yeah, and that's how long
he was a late draft pick. But again, we're going back to fucking.
That's what I mean. I mean, you're gonna hit one
right now. It's like when Mozzie gets fucking benched, you got the fan base going, all right, Jay Toa season, Jay Toa, or the guy. And I'm like, He's a 7th round draft pick. Why are we getting excited about this shit? I don't understand. If the 7th rounder is better than your 1st rounder, the math ain't mathin'. Get rid of somebody, bro.
Hey, I'm okay though. See, and that's the thing. I get what you're saying there, but I'm okay with putting a young, hungry guy in there. Always.
I'm young and hungry.
I'm serious though, bro.
Well, no, I mean you got to, because you don't know what you have until you're in a game time decision, right? Until you're in the game, and kids develop quicker. Some guys, there's always those gems that you find.
And we know what the 1st rounder Mozzie Smith is. That's what I'm trying to say. He's probably checked out already. We don't know what this young kid. Even if here's the thing, you're misunderstanding me. I'm just saying when you put him in for one game. I'm not saying the next game he's going to be great. I'm saying when you put a player that wants to play in the NFL for the first time in a fucking game, that's what I'm talking about.
Perfect example of that is Sanborn goes down, Shamar James comes in, has 15 fucking tackles. Everybody was like, kid can ball, kid's a hawk, blah, blah, blah. Now he gets to start the next game, and they average 6 yards a carry. And
it's just, you got to understand.
Did he get knocked out?
Shamar James? No.
Yeah, I thought he had a concussion or something.
That was Sanborn.
No, in this game too.
He might have got rattled, but he was in there at the end.
Because remember, he shook his head, and then they said we got
that's right. Yeah,
protocol
came back in. Yeah,
but the everything really starts in the front, right? So you have your second level, which is your linebackers, and then you have your secondary. If your up front guys aren't getting penetration, or if they're getting pushed back on skates, right? Like that one play that when they showed Sanborn following, he was doing what he was supposed to do, following the pull, but yet that hole was wide open because our defensive lineman got blown out. You know, if your front is not doing their job, not the edges, it's the interior.
And we're talking to Clark, we're talking to Osa. Those guys got to be better.
But if that's not happening, then it affects the linebackers. It affects the secondary, you know, and again, we can't put our finger on it, but talk about a tale of two cities. I mean, our offense, on the other hand,
but
number one in the league with yards per game and touchdowns. Passing, we're number 2. I mean, we have 387.5 yards a game,
which was our bugaboo for a little while. Is when certain guys went down, we weren't able to weather that. We lost CeeDee Lamb, and we're like, ooh, all right. And then George Pickens is showing us who the fuck he is. And then on top of that, against the Jets, we had 4 offensive linemen out and didn't miss a beat.
Our offense is firing on all sides.
Humming. They're fucking humming.
And we're number 11 in the red zone, by the way. I mean,
which never is the case.
Never is the case.
Can you imagine?
Brandon Aubrey's been bored.
And wait, here's another one. We're number 7. We're actually tied with the Bears for third down conversions, which was very rare. I mean, we're at 43% conversion.
But our third down conversion rate on defense has to be 32nd, you would assume.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly.
Has to be.
Our third down on defense is 32nd.
Fuck yeah, can't get off the goddamn field.
The offense has a 53% success rate on third down against us.
Listen, you know what could happen here, which would be fucking crazy and sick. Can you imagine if our offense doesn't show up one game?
Oh.
And I'm talking about 3 and out, and they keep kicking back to these off. Bro, we could lose like 50-something to nothing or 60-something to 3 or something. It could be fucking bad.
People's predictions online about the Redskins is that if they have a shot to win, they got to win 75-74. You know what I mean? Like,
other way, if you could figure out this defensive problem, if we could get this problem fixed, go the other way with it.
So
no, that's fine.
But here's the thing.
But that's just what this whole show's about. What we're talking about.
And Bret, what I'm saying to you, and I said this,
that's what I was hoping to see.
But I was, in my mind, we're 32nd in total defense right now, right? If the Cowboys can get to like 17, 18, they could be such a better football team than what we're seeing right now. And that's still like back end, middle of the pack, end. You know what I mean?
The crazy part is if you're watching these other games, there's no real juggernaut other than, I mean, Tampa Bay's playing great, but we looked at the Eagles, we see that they're not as good.
They're flawed. They're very flawed.
Very flawed. San Francisco somehow has just been pulling miracles. I mean, they were decimated.
It's a different flaw, though, man. It's not like ours.
Right. So, like, that's the thing.
Like ours.
They might be down.
They also something that we've seen in the past with other teams, right? Not as bad as this defense. But if you can find, see, that was what I was saying earlier. We do have talent. We've seen the talent succeed. Now, we don't know if it's because they're injured, right? But if you can get firing on all cylinders, we can win games with our offense alone if our defense just improves 25%.
That's what I just said. If they're the 17th total
But
defense
here's
in the
the
league,
thing
we
I
can win
noticed
every game.
too. I mean, if you look at last week, and I'll bring this up again, their first 3 and out goes back to us, and then we go 3 and out minus 8 yards. I mean, what dictates the game and what dictates the drive? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like what? Why were those play calls so bad when we got the ball back? Why couldn't we just continue what we were doing before? Like,
I want to
have something to do with it.
I want to cape up for Schottenheimer on those because I can't imagine in any walk of life the guys in the headset with Dak saying, "All right, we're going to throw a screen." Okay, that screen didn't work. We're going to throw another screen.
Yeah,
to me, that's Dak Prescott seeing nothing, checking it down, and that check down.
You think it was on him more? I
think it was on Dak a little more. And you know me, I'm the biggest apologist for Dak.
Well, I trust Dak. I mean, maybe the play they had
Dak
before
too, but in that moment where he knows can't fuck up here, can't fuck up. If the one read over here, if Pickens is glued up and Ferg can't get down the seam, I got to act fast. I'll check it down to Javonte. He's good for a couple yards. The problem is they sniffed that shit out so easily.
Dude, can you
It wasn't a design screen because then you would have saw the offensive line moving around.
Might have been disguising the coverages. I mean, look, Carolina's defense is not that bad.
No. You know what, though, man? I mean, thinking about it, it's like we all know. I mean, I think out of the two, I think CeeDee Lamb is an excellent receiver, but I think George Pickens is a better receiver.
Okay.
Because he's like Bret said, the body, that's what a receiver is. Michael Irvin, you know what I mean? But who the fuck are they going to double team?
They won't.
I mean, that's insane because CeeDee's route running is sick.
That's what I'm saying. If you move CeeDee to the slot, that guy's going to.
Pickens' route running isn't that great, but it doesn't matter. If he's one-on-one, he's going to win that fucking ball, man.
And then don't mistake Flournoy either, man. I mean,
of course.
And we haven't had the weapon of Turpin in the last 2 weeks either.
Well, the best way I describe Dallas right now is we're like a guy that makes $1 million a year, but we have a wife that spends $1.8 million a year, right? And if that makes sense,
it does, because it's like, ooh, you're a millionaire. I was.
Our offense is
like
is fucking. It can move the ball. I mean, again, we had the 3 and out.
But I bet you any amount of money that wife sucks dick like our defense.
This is not a kid's show, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. But go ahead. Sorry, that was amazing.
Like I said, if we can
clip that up,
if we can at least fix the problem, like I said, 25%, we're still competitive with most of the teams in the NFC.
All right,
and in the NFL. I mean, the Colts are playing lights out, I think.
I mean, look, there's teams that are like, bro, not for nothing. Atlanta looked fucking really good last night against Buffalo. Offensively, defensively, they looked like they were also clicking and firing on all cylinders. So this is going to be one of those years where a lot of teams are going to look really good and a lot of teams are going to suck. And then there's going to be the middle of the pack. Where does Dallas fall right now? They don't even know. They don't even know where they're at.
This problem, whatever this problem is, okay, we now are above middle of the pack. That's what's crazy. The offense is so good. If the defense even makes 4 stops a game, right? Just 4, like on that drive that was 9-minute drive. If you stop them there, get us back on the field, we're winning the game, especially with Aubrey.
And that was the recipe going in. Get to the 45.
There's not one offense besides the Jets that we can stop from getting 400 yards. Not one. Not fucking one.
I don't think so either.
Kyler Murray's gonna fucking abuse us when he comes back from his injury. What do you mean? He's done it 2 times already.
I know he's done it, but he's also gotten worse.
I don't care, bro. If you think if fucking Bryce Young did it to us, can you imagine what these other
you're not seeing the caliber of quarterbacks these guys are playing. All right.
What's crazy?
They're playing Bryce Young, they're playing Russell Wilson, all right. They're playing fucking Jalen Hurts, who also forgot how to throw the football.
What's crazy to me is we always have those games where these running backs just come out and light us up, and now it's quarterbacks.
Well,
And
bro,
that-
it's gonna be.
but
Wait,
no.
remember this
Last,
name,
last
bro.
week, Brett, we got a special one. It was both. Like it was fucking
It's
both.
whatever they want to do. I'm serious. If they want to pass, they want to run, just fucking pick your poison. Do whatever you want to do to us.
Dan
Bro, I
Quinn's got to be
realize it's
licking his chops right now, waiting for this game.
Who is?
Dan Quinn. He's like, oh, I'm
Bro,
gonna fuck
so
these guys up.
Remember this name, bro. He's a 7th round running back from the Washington Redskins.
Bill Merritt.
Bill Merritt. Remember that motherfucking name.
Don't
for
even,
this
no,
Sunday.
you don't have to remember it. I know it already. And guess
Yeah.
what? He's gonna know it, and everybody in the stadium's
You
gonna
are
know it.
gonna know that fucking name because this
Guy
kid
is
is
so
gonna run
good that he
his
changed his
ass
first
off.
name mid-season. How about that? He's so good he changed his whole fucking name
Yeah.
mid-season.
They need to honestly. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And Sturch, you're exactly right, and you love hearing that.
I started to grin a
Stack
little bit. Like,
the fucking box and go, man.
Go get
That's
'em.
it. Take
get
your
'em.
chances. We're done. We're done with everything else. That's our only fucking option because they will run down our goddamn throats. Stack the box, blitz people. Hopefully, we can get Jaden Daniels out. That's the only way we have a shot against Washington.
if only we had an edge rusher that can track down Jaden Daniels.
No, I'm not even.
Nah,
Fuck
I don't
that,
give a
bro.
shit. No, I
Bro,
don't
he
care either.
had no sacks last week. He
I
had
know.
three
We got-
three
we-
assist
we-
tackles.
We got
Yeah,
depth.
I'm done. I'm done with that. It doesn't matter. We had him last year, and we still couldn't fucking do anything.
All right, so look, segue to the Redskins. You mentioned
Can I
Bill
just be
Cross.
optimistic again and just make that point.
What's that?
Okay. We need improvement, obviously, but if we just, it doesn't have to be much to still be competitive. I mean, our defense right now, again, you're talking about the two extremes. You're going from a number 1 offense to a 32 defense. If we can even get them to 20 or 17,
But you know what's
we can
crazy?
beat most teams in the fucking NFL.
Brett, look at the record.
Bro, we beat all teams.
But look at the record. We're tied. Let's just pretend we should have fucking won that game, right? You're number 1 in offense. You're number 32 in defense. You should be a 500 team, and we are a 500 team. We're 1 game less than it because we tied.
Dude,
So-
what was that stat with Dak that they threw up? 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Did you see
Nope.
that?
Yeah, 11 touchdowns, no thurnovers,
Uh-huh.
all this, and they've never
Only
lost
3.
games or some shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. No, so
Only 3.
basically, bro, in the 3-game period, whatever it is, like it was something like going 0-3, right, or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
you didn't win a game.
before. Yeah, fucking nuts, dude.
Here's a
It's-
stat for you guys. You ready? Fucking Rico Dowell is the first
Fuck Rico.
former Cowboy to rush for more than 100 yards against us.
I know Emmett couldn't do it. DeMarco couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Tony
Emmett
Dorsett
got knocked
couldn't
out
do
first
it.
game against
Oh,
an
yeah,
Arizona.
we
Remember,
we
they
beat
came
the
up and broke
we-
his shoulder.
Yeah, we beat him up. Yeah, but you're right. They said that, and they made
But you
sure
know
they
what?
said
I
that.
like him. I mean, he even said afterwards, he's like, I have nothing but he has to love the Cowboys. They're the one that
They
they
put him on the
believe
map.
in him.
And you know what? When Chuba Hubbard's back, guess what, Rico? You're going
No,
behind.
I don't know, bro. That'd be
He-
fucking stupid.
He
That guy,
just listen. He just
Okay.
rushed 200 yards plus 2 weeks in a row
Mhm.
against the 31st and 32nd rush defense.
Doesn't matter though.
No, it
He-
does. It
running
does.
hard.
No, I get it, bro. We had Rico for 4 fucking years. I
It's
get how
still-
hard he
but
can
it's
run.
still- it's still-
He just diced up the worst defenses in the league.
Okay,
All right.
but even the best defenses are everything is such fucking everything's mediocre, bro. There's no
Or as the kids call it, mid.
well,
everything's mid. Even the best teams are mid.
yeah, but going back to last year too, Sturch. I mean, I saw like when he started, he had 125 yards. He had 100. Like he was. I mean,
I
the
told you,
guy's
it wasn't
proven himself.
until McCarthy came out and said Rico
Yeah,
was
but, all right, yeah, I know
RB1,
you
and he didn't
agree.
do shit.
I know, but I'm saying this isn't a 2-game.
No. I'm just saying that.
He's done it. I mean, he's not going to rush for 200 yards every fucking week. He's not OJ Simpson. bro.
I don't think he's going to have the opportunities to rush for that.
Yeah,
every
but I
single
mean,
week.
you got it. I'm going to use your all's terms that I'd never used before. Give the fucking guy his flowers. I don't give a fuck if they're 32nd, 31st ranked. What he did with the Cowboys last year, continuing into his starts this year, is very fucking impressive.
Yeah,
And
and
he-
look, I like Rico. I'm not about to
But no,
hold
he
this like.
came out, but he said that. He's like, yo, I got nothing for love for those guys. They didn't buckle up, but he's just having fun with them, bro. He's
Right.
not. He means no harm.
You know who's having fun? You know who's having no fun? Me.
What everybody fails to realize, and it's like this in my business, you're friends with a lot of high profile people, and what people don't realize, everybody's friends, right? It's not like, everybody has a theory. All these NFL guys that play, I mean, they're competitive on the field. Everybody talks shit.
Mhm.
It's like, if you're playing, if me and Keith are playing a video game, he's talking shit or I'm talking shit. It's just what friends
Bro,
do.
I've watched some of those live stream video games. Like, everybody should be arrested for hate crimes. At this point,
no.
they're so fucking rough. Anyway, we're moving on. We're 2-3-1. Here come the Commanders back to our house in Dallas. The defense sucks. The offense is great. Keith.
Now let Bret go first. I want to go.
All right,
I've been
Bret.
going first all week.
Bret, we have, like I said, our offense is clicking and humming. You saw what the Bears were able to do yesterday on the ground. Caleb Williams did a couple nice things, and the Bears beat the Washington Commanders. What is the recipe, and what is your prediction? How do we handle the Redskins
Here's
going
my
into this
prediction.
week?
The prediction is what's going to happen is what Keith said might happen. I don't think our offense starts firing on this game. I think we get blown out like 35 to like 14 or 10.
It'd be higher than that, but yeah.
If that's the case, how can you explain to the fan base that Eberflus is the guy?
Huh?
How do you explain to the fan base that Eberflus is here to stay?
We don't. I mean, unless we fix the problem, he's not the guy.
But I'm just saying, if Jerry and these guys are hanging on the table, that we're going to win this.
That's not what he's saying. I mean, we'd have to worry about that after that. But
I'm just saying. But these are the things. Like we've gone through this already, right? You lose a tragic one, a 3-point loss to the Carolina Panthers, who again they hit on everything that you needed to hit on to win a football game. They did that. If you go out and they get the doors blown off you at home,
buddy, what else doesn't show that he's not the guy? They put up 411.
Clearly they think he is, though. That's the problem.
And they beat us in time of possession.
I understand all that, but I'm saying,
Serge, listen. What is your question to Bret though? He gave you his answer. Like, what do you want to know?
Well, no. I'm just having the debate. Like, what else do we have to see that he's not the guy?
I mean, we all three of us
saying he's not the guy.
We're all saying he's not the guy. So there's nothing.
I mean, like putting it like this: even if we win 35 to 24, okay, he's still not the guy. It's a schematic problem. We don't know, but it doesn't matter. I think our defense, I think our offense is due for a tough game, and I think if anybody's going to figure that out, it's Dan Quinn.
Okay, so you got a significant marginal win by
the
Commanders.
35-14, something in that, bro.
Right. That's a big one. Okay, Keith.
No, go ahead. You go.
Oh, okay, fine. Cowboys win this game. Cowboys win this game.
Give us talk. Let's have why.
I think this offense is too good to be completely shut down the way they were. Well, not even completely shut down. They had their way. My dad said it best: 30 points for the Cowboys, and you will win football games. They didn't score 30 last week. They scored 27 and lost, right? So if the Cowboys can get over that 30-point threshold, you have to assume, and again, this is hard for me to even think of, but you got to assume they can make a stop at some point throughout this game where it's going to be the marginal. So when we went up big on the Jets, you said it, Keith. You went into halftime saying, we got this.
Yeah.
We got this. I'm not saying that's going to happen in this game. I'm saying that if we can get a 2-possession lead, a 2-score lead at any point of this game, that they win this football game. I'll give you a score, 34-27. 34-27. They give up 27 points, as per usual, but they score more. CeeDee Lamb might be back. Tyler Booker might be back. Cavante Turpin might be back. All said that they're going to be practicing this week, trending on coming back. So if you got all your arsenal on offense, most possessions win. I'm not talking about time of possession. I'm talking about most possessions. The Cowboys can get the ball first and score, then I like it.
Okay,
but and it could completely be flipped on its ear, just so everybody's clear. I'm predicting a win, but I'm also saying with Bret's prediction, I am totally, if that happens, I'm not going to be like, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like I'm all.
No, you're not going to be like, man, you thought they were going to get blown out. You're an idiot. You're not going to do that.
No, because I could see that. But I'm just trying to be a little optimistic.
I'll say this, just a quick comment. If Dan Quinn, if you're right, and because if I think any coach is going to get our number offensively, it's going to be Dan Quinn. It gives me a little bit more hope for the season again.
Yeah, you go to 3-3-1 and things look a little better. Yeah.
All right. So
you go to 2-4-1. You go to 2-4-1. That's forget it. Go ahead.
So we go back to last season when we beat him in Washington with Cooper Rush.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at Schottenheimer, who was our OC, right?
He was like the quarterback's control. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of.
McCarthy was calling the plays, but yeah.
He was calling the plays, but okay. That's a plus. So he knows how to play against
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. And as a matter of fact, we played a damn good game with Trey Lance the last game of the year. We almost beat Washington at home the last game of the year. So offensively, I can see us performing decent offense. But what you're speaking of, I can't see. In order for us to win with this defense, we have to play impeccable. We have to play flawless. Like you're talking about, no, we can't see anger come out fucking once in order to.
Flawless would be a shutout, but like
What do you mean a shutout?
I'm saying a defensive flawless game.
No, I'm talking about offense, not our defense.
Sorry,
I said you. I said no. You're saying that our offense. You're saying everyone comes back, even if we have everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be flawless. I mean, in order because our defense is that bad. Okay. Now you flip. Now you flip it, and you're like, okay, what defenses have we won against that have been,
Jets and the Giants?
No, that have been good. The Packers. Put 40 up on the Packers. So is it possible? It's possible. It's possible that what your prediction's possible as far as going 30 points goes. 30. But them scoring under 30 is not fucking possible at all in my eyes.
Okay.
I just so you know, and I just know this off the top of my head. Do you know what the biggest shutout of all time is? Bret, you might know this.
44-0.
44-0. Yeah, I was going to say
no, not against the Cowboys in general.
72-0.
Yeah, and you know who it was?
Dolphins against
versus the Bears, right?
Exactly. I can't remember though who did it. I don't know if Washington did it to the Bears or the Bears did it to Washington. No, 72-0. Is the
how I remember that?
Right.
John Campanera has a great bit. He's like, "What was that halftime speech like?" All right, guys, we're down 44-0. we can still go out there.
That's hysterical.
Sturch, you hear us?
Yeah, no, I'm looking for the actual number, like the biggest shutout of all time.
Oh, it's 72-0.
It was 59, 52.
44-0 at half.
No, guys, you're off. You're off here. There was no 72-0.
What are you talking about?
The biggest blowout in NFL history. I'm looking right at
blowout, shutout.
Shutout, fine. The biggest shutout happened in 2009, and it was the Patriots beating the Titans 59-0.
No.
You're wrong.
I'm looking right at NFL.com.
Oh, you're really going to argue with us?
I'm definitely going to argue with you guys if I'm looking right at the shit.
You're looking at what? Post Super Bowl? Is that what that is?
No, it could be before the merger. It could be before the merger. So check AFL, NFL, biggest blowout, or just put Washington 72-0 NFL game. See what comes up.
Okay. Go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, he has a great bit on it. I know that. I know it's a fact. That's like
I know too. I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
It was not. Are you old fucks? It was the 1940 NFL championship game, and it was before
we just know NFL history, which you should fucking know because you
first of all,
sports shows.
This was before NFL.
None of us were alive back there.
None of us were alive, Sturch. You can't blame it on our age. We just know our history of the NFL.
Wait, what was the score?
72-0 or something?
Fuck y'all both. It was 73-0. So that's
who was it? Was it the Bears or the Washington that won?
The
Bears or Washington? Who was it? I think it was the Bears, right?
Nationally, it was played Griffith Stadium, sellout. The Chicago Bears met the Redskins. Neither team played a game. The Bears scored 11 touchdowns.
So they won 73-0. Okay,
11 touchdowns. So they basically were the Saints of last year.
It was the Canton Bulldogs versus
yeah. But regardless,
Cardinals.
Regardless, anyways, I just was thinking about that because.
So what are you saying? What are you saying, Bret?
Because I'm being serious. If our offense does not sputter, you fucking don't know, bro.
I would bet my fucking kidney that the Cowboys can't get shut out with the offense they have this year. I would bet my fucking kidney.
You got to remember too, unless it's a series of 3 and outs, even if our offense has a problem getting in the end zone and we're driving.
You got Aubrey. Aubrey's going to kick him for the logo. Right.
Yeah, but you got to think here's how it works, Sturch. If you go down 24-0, there's no Aubrey. They're going 4 down territory. And you know that.
Still, I would still give my whole kidney.
I'm just saying.
You can cut that shit out of me.
This is how I look at it. How's
this one going to shake out, Keith? Go ahead.
I love the way you both broke it down because you're both right. You both could be right, both of you. But I lean more towards Bret as far as us losing. I would say 41 to 21, okay, or something like that. Okay, I would say
41 points at A&T Stadium, and the place will implode. Oh my god!
It was 40. The fucking the Lions beat us 49-3 or 9 last year or something.
That was last year. I'm talking about this year of what the landscape is now.
It's still possible.
Oh, we didn't have the best offense last year. We have the best.
I just gave us 21 points. I mean, that's.
Oh,
you know.
Thanks for being so gracious.
Bro, what you got to look at, Sturch, is if you're down, your whole concept of drives. There's going to be a different vibe.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, 100%.
So I could agree with that. So I say, if we lose, it's something going to be like that. They get they get over 40 points. I refuse to say 40 burger. I fucking hate that. They get over 40 points, Washington, and we get in between 20 and 30. That's what I would say. That's one scenario.
Interesting.
Right. No, wait. So if we win, how's that score going to go?
Now this is the second one.
6-3.
By the way, that happens. I guarantee you, Barfilis is gone. I'm telling you right now. If that happens, throw everything out the window. He is fucking gone on Monday. Guaranteed he's gone if we get blown out like that.
And to your lips to God's ears, because that's what everybody wants. So
that
means we're going to have to get the shit kicked out of us one more
I
time.
kind of called the Pickens trade. I kind of called the Parsons trade. If this happens, and he gets humiliated again
at home,
he's done. He's fucking done. Okay. Now, on the flip side,
I would never root for the Cowboys to lose ever. But like, this is
the good news for you, sir.
If that's the playoff, if that's the payoff, so be it. Go ahead.
This is the prediction that you're going to be proud of.
Oh,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the either or. You're going to be happy because they get their asses kicked. Barfilis is gone.
Fucker Flus is gone. Yeah, got it.
Barfilis. See you later. So,
guys, this isn't funny, okay? This isn't funny.
You're like, you know what I'm acting like right now? I'm acting like the guy that gets on the jumbotron when we're down 49-0. Like, I'm on. Hey, I'm just like, no, I'm not having any fucking fun.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna love this.
Oh, waiting.
It's either that score or it's this one. 38-17, Cowboys win. So what I'm trying to say is that this game, listen, you cannot suck this bad as a defense so far and not come out and put your fucking heart on the line in this next game. Now, if they don't do that, I'm going back to my conspiracy and we get blown out, that motherfucker's gone. So on Monday, we're either going to
it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah, let them go.
Yeah, so on Monday, we're either going to be really happy about our defense and see improvement, like Bret said, in a different strategy, or the other one, Barfilis, see you later. Fucking, we get that we're going to bring up that defensive lineman coach. That's a madman. I think his name is Whitelock or some shit. I don't remember.
Whitlock, Joe Whitlock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But anyways, yeah. So that's
remember the Australian guy we had last couple years ago?
He's English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, we're gonna rush the pass, eh?"
I wouldn't mind offering Al Harris a job back.
Oh Christ! I mean, we can't get anybody off anybody else's team.
No, I'm talking next year.
Yeah,
But
it'd be hard. Yeah.
I'll say this: if the second prediction Keith made is right, okay, because this is a big win. If we beat Washington, we're only a game and a half behind the Eagles.
And it depends on what the Eagles do.
And then
they got to buy.
I mean, if we win and they win, we're still a game and a half behind, right? And we beat Arizona the following week going into the bye. We get Overshown back. We can make a run if the defense plays like I said, if they can solve only 25% of the problems and the offense starts firing.
So Bret,
make a run.
So Bret, in lieu of that statement, this game against the Washington Commanders is a what? Fill in the blank.
Must win.
Thank you.
And guess what? If we win the way Keith just said it, then we crescendo.
If we win the way Keith just said it, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Super Bowl back on. All right. I don't want to hear another word.
No, listen, man, again,
none of you guys.
The league, I always have my eye on how a lot of the other teams are playing. there isn't. It's like I said, there's everybody's mid.
A lot of parity.
A lot of parity. We went toe-to-toe with the two best teams in the NFC, and we should have won if we had even a fucking third of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
A third of it.
All right. Well, listen, the Ernst boys have the Washington Commanders winning this, but there is a scenario where they think that Cowboys can pull it off. I am standing strong. I'm standing strong on the star. Dallas Cowboys got to get home, got to get right.
We're winning.
All right, well, that's fine. I'm just saying, I'm here to provide the positivity voice of the Jersey Boyz podcast. And next week when we record, we will either be talking about the new interim defensive coordinator, according to Keith, or we're talking about a 3-3-1 Dallas Cowboys team who might be in second place. So it's going to be a wild ride. Buckle the fuck up like we didn't do last week against Rico Dowdle. For Dave Sturchio, Keith, and Bret Ernst, this has been another episode of the Jersey Boyz podcast. Let's go Cowboys for the love of God. Remember, it's a win-win come Monday morning. Somebody's getting fired or we're getting the dub. Good night, everybody.
Hey, this is Tony Soprano, and you're listening to Jersey Boyz Podcast with your hosts, Dave Sturchio and the Ernst boys. I mean, I could give a shit about the Cowboys. We're in New Jersey. These guys got balls being Cowboys fans in Jersey. Anyways, enjoy. Whatever.